Read another piece of knowledge here. Yeah. And as you see this, read the voodoo religion, the JJ, yeah, which is similar to the Juju, which is both obviously names for the voodoo, read. The JJ. And basically when you have this tambo thing, you have the mart. You have the mart, like Black Lives Matter. And of course the Mart Mother, the type of great mother type of thing, read. But this JJ thing is quite interesting because basically when you have the name Jesus, right, in the Zulu it's Jesu, right? Jesu with either a Z or an S, right? To call it the Jesus, Jesu, right? You always encountered this particular image or a very similar image of this. Obviously with the voodoo religion. Basically I think that this is Jesus, me. I think that this is like the true Jesus. Like what's behind Jesus, obviously the disguise image of Jesus. Because look at it, this is like the antithesis of that disguise image. Instead of a white robe, it's like in multicolored clothes and that. Instead of obviously beard, it's like, and of course obviously instead of a man, it's a woman type of thing. So I think this is basically the true Jesus. It's behind all that type of profane imagery that's given to Western, like in the Western Christianity tradition and all that. Let's see here, the Jesu idea. See here that AG is a measure of energy. It's something to do with like joules or whatever. But here we see this suffix AG denotes a place used for a certain purpose. The tomb, right? So remember the tambo thing out the voodoo. Of course, tombs all to do with Jesus. All that stuff where you're in the tomb and that. When you have AG, right, AG become the edge, right? To have the edge on or whoever, to be slightly better than someone else, right? To have the edge on someone, right? So say you're talking about these T's, right, in the sort of this system and all this, right? They have an advantage over natural people in a more favourable position. They've got the edge over the natural people, see, by the setup of this system and all that. You got this actor who they use nowadays, right? Edge of 4. Like a Dalit idea with a 4 and the edge. And obviously used in a lot of the brainwashing stuff nowadays. What was it about? Something about 12 years of a slave or something. See what 777 code. And the 777 code and the 3, of course. They're used in a lot of the sort of brainwashing productions nowadays. And there's this one called The Edge. The English-born Irish musician. No, Temple. Of course, again, another one of their T's. They're posing with the President of the United States or whatever. There's a movie with The Edge. Charles Morse, it's a Morse code. And you have interesting stuff with the edge of the world idea, right? Obviously, a lot of this sort of going to the world fashion explorations idea. It's gone off on like boats and ships, and sort of encountering the edge of the world or something, because it obviously didn't know where it was type of thing. Right? The TH, Ultima Thule. This is just a movie bullet. But obviously that idea has been used an awful lot, the edge of the world. And some things here saying it's in Saudi Arabia. Also other things would maybe see it was in or in Africa, No thing here, the first White Roger, Sarawak. Of course, this type of ideas is up into a lot of the things. And also apply to that type of some of the flat Earth ideas and all. If they take a flat square and go to the edge of the world and go off the side and that. Of course, it lends itself very well to an African idea, like a new world and stuff. The thing here about world edge map. No, this is really like, but obviously when we're first mapping out the ideas and that about the world, would have been a lot of differences in the map, Otherwise, if you're talking about the map, could be total, well, a lot of it could just be made up, you know what I mean? Obviously, these people are total liars and that. Of course, this is a popular idea, like the world's edge. Was here looking at this Cape Horn idea, like the Cape Horn, because obviously the horns idea, like Moses, the hormones, and loads occurred in this. The Drake idea, of course, like Drake the snake, right? And the Queen Elizabeth, which was at the court just before King James, and then the Atlantic idea, the man from Atlantis and all that, like so a lot of type of trance occurred in this, loads of it in fact. And there you see him here, Jacob LeMay, like the Mary or the horse. So the horns and the horse hormones again, like cape, like the cap stewing ideas and all this, loads of trance good in it. Hornos Island. All these type of things are sort of very coded with our trance stuff. Of course, like round the horn was a big idea, like going round the horn and stuff. Obviously, like on the way to finding the trans hormones that they pass through the horn or whatever, round the horns, they call it the horn or something. Patagonia. The Horn of Africa. East Africa. Easternmost part. So you couldn't get more east than that, when you want to go east. And Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia and Djibouti. Kenya, Sudan, South Sudan and Uganda, Greater Horn region. So I love this particular region, like. Could be where the hormones come from, see. The first type of, the first discovery of hormones. This is an interesting little place in all this, Eritrea, because you got the tree and that, like the tree of life. You got the tree of life idea and that. Of course, like the first idea of the Garden of Eden thing, and Adam and Eve was under the tree, So like, it's Eritrea they call it. And it was actually like in Ethiopia or something. And then they won independence from Ethiopia or something. Now, of course, Ethiopia, again, like one of the biblical countries and that. But this Horn of Africa idea is pretty, looks like it could be something. In the Bosnia War. Michael Jackson bad, David Baddiel, was it Badel Eunuchs? The Badel Eunuchs. So again, a lot of eunuch good in. Obviously Ethiopian eunuch. The Derg Committee or Council. Ethiopian Revolution in 74. The 4th Brigade of the 4th Army Division, so a couple of like Dalits, Janus. So obviously there's a lot of trans good in this Africa ideas. Michael Andon. Hail Mariam. Mengistu. And that's interesting because like the Eritrea is like era, so like island idea. So obviously they twin these stuff with each other and all that. Ireland and Africa together, like ideas, just like that edge, the edge. So Irish and African type ideas. Bodby Derg. And then Bodb would be Badb. Red Crew. That's like fairly interestingly. Ireland and Africa together. Like. Chief of the Kings. With Len as his smith. King of the Monsters. Across from the Sid Bube. Of course you had your monsters, like Herman Monster, like Hermaphrodite and all that, and these were from Transylvania. To kill a mockingbird and all that. Here's the siege of Jadotville, which was in September 1961, Irish Army's 35th Battalion. Again, 3-5 like Janus. United Nations operation in the Congo. So looks like that was a hex. And Katanga. Like Katanga. Katanga's basically that that's what I was thinking of. Kananga's the name of the James Bond villain, the voodoo picture.